Last time on PeakD&D, new Paterial swoops in on the Bronze Zephyr, which has been renamed to the Vortor Zephyr. Paterial has an eye patch. He says, get in the ship. And we get in the ship, and in hot pursuit are the Vortorian army paladins, Dragonborn. We got Zarnak, Thordak, Bragar, Verathor, Karathorn, and Brogar. We fight on the ship. We are victorious, but not before Ravi almost falls off. Not before Julius takes one of the ballista as a heavy crossbow as a giant bear and shoots the bolt. Everything was had. Then the battle is over, and we learned that Paterial has a sensei, which is Evil Julius, and we land at the Silver Peak Mountains in front of the Temple of Time. And I made the time!
Yeah!
For the first time! I'm the only one who doesn't have a nickname.
Oh, you have a nickname. I just haven't got a chance to call you it yet.
Time Breaker. Jerk. Protector. Protector, maybe?
Yeah.
Wilhelm. Wilhelm. Helmet. Protector.
Yeah,
William.
no, keep going, man. You are on the right track.
William. Protector. Helmet.
Yep. Protect your neck. Inspect your deck.
All right. You
good
stand
dick.
outside the... Julius, Oren, and Ravi are standing outside the entrance to a temple built into the mountains of the Silver Peak Mountains. And they are confronted by a door, a large door that says, "Time is forever, within remains time," in Elvish, written above. You've been told by your getaway car man, Paterial, that's what that says.
Yeah, our valet. Just not mine anymore.
Yeah.
A new follower of the light of Vortor.
Praise him.
Praise him.
One of the best things. I'm so glad you tried to tell him to make that mushroom potion for you.
Huh?
It all worked out.
Is there any alcohol on the ship?
You're not in the ship anymore.
I know, before we left the ship.
Oh.
Because the ship's chilling here, right?
I mean, it's like doing laps.
Oh, it's going to be doing laps?
Yeah.
So yeah, before he puts it down, I was going to go into the quarters and just like look if there's any alcohol.
High or low?
Low.
There's no alcohol in the ship.
Cool.
He says, "Hey, what are you doing down here? Aren't you guys going inside?"
Yeah, I was just making sure to get all of our resources.
Yep. No, but that's fine. That's my stuff.
Oren leaves behind a lot of things, and he slammed the door in our face,
He's
mostly
kinda
yours.
forgetful, yeah.
So I was making sure he wasn't forgetting anything important.
Yep. Well, see you later.
Aye, Captain.
Uh-huh.
Jerk this guy is. Let's drop him the next
All right.
chance we can.
Probably will.
Yes.
Well, Kremangaranth.
Hey! Kremangaranth! Kremangaranth! Kronamgaranth is actually...
And then it
I'm not
echoes.
responding. It's not my name.
And then it echoes.
Anything?
Make an awareness check.
16.
16. Your voice echoes off the cliff sides and stuff. Yeah, it's like it's you yelling it, but it sounds kind of different when you hear it. You hear it a bunch of times. Kronamgrath. And sometimes it's like almost sounds like like it was yelling. Sometimes it sounds like it was quieter. Sometimes louder, slower. The echoes are playing with your ears at the moment. It doesn't sound quite right.
Doorbell?
Be a lot cooler but given the situation we're in, shouldn't stick around and play with that.
No.
All right.
Is this outside or inside the temple?
This is outside. You guys are at the door. It does not. It's a very large, probably 15-foot tall, maybe 10-foot wide
doorknob.
What's the thing that Paterial was looking for?
There are two brass doorknobs that are like in the shapes of two hourglasses.
I'll go up
On
and
either side.
slowly try to open it.
They hold fast. Yeah.
I mean, it probably has something to do with time.
You knock on it. You hear it echo sort of in the room or whatever's behind this door. It's a big metal kind of door, and it just, you know, it's kind of like as you knock on it, like you're knocking, knock, 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 knock. You hear it like
Knock.
knock. The echo slows down as you.
Time is funny here. You said the doorknobs were hourglasses?
Mm-hmm.
I try to like turn the hourglasses to see if they are like adjustable. Yeah.
Yeah. One is sort of has they both have like a full side on the top, and the other one is the full side is on the top, but there's more. This one's more like equal. This one's like
It's an
definitely
actual.
heavy.
It's not just a shape. They're literal hourglasses.
They might be. It's hard to tell.
But there's stuff. There's something in them, like
Yeah,
it
they're
would,
like-
like sand would be.
Seems
like
seems
that.
like it. Yeah.
Try to
Oh,
like,
do they move?
yeah. Do they move?
They do. You can rotate them. One, you have to rotate one because they otherwise you can't
Yeah.
rotate both because they would hit
They'll
each other.
hit each other.
But yeah, you could potentially you can rotate one. It just clears the other. Rotate the
Have
other.
them both on the bottom, and wait.
Give it a try.
Sure. You
Or
turn
have the majority of it at the top, so it would fall to the bottom.
the heavy sides are on top currently.
They are.
Yeah.
Then yeah, put them on the other side.
The heavy sides are on top, and nothing's falling through.
Yeah. So the other way.
Yeah. Make me an investigation check.
Well, they're clogged.
Maybe. 15.
15. The sand is flowing upwards. You can't really see it because these are covered with like whatever glass or whatever may have been
Cloudy and
in them. It's so cloudy, it's almost hard to tell. But as you like look at it, you focus, and you sort of have flipped it over, like so. Doing that, the sand is now
flowing down.
going up, but it's still going up as you flip it over. So now it's going into. If you flip both of them, they're both going. Sand is going into the lighter side, which is now on the top.
Try the door.
It still seems to be holding fast.
Cool.
One up, one down.
No, but like the flow didn't change, relatively speaking.
Not the direction of it, but it did start going. Like when you flipped it, it started going the other. It still went up, but it went the other way. So when it was down,
It was going
it was
up.
going up into the heavy side. Flipping it over, it starts going up into the light side.
Okay. So relatively, the flow did change.
Yeah. It just looks like it's upside down.
Yeah.
It's flowing.
I mean,
in
it's
reverse.
flowing the correct way. I think the only way that these are going to open is when the sand is done. So if you have any brilliant ideas on how to make time move faster,
Break it.
that sounds like a horrible idea.
I meant the door.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
You guys notice the inscription again, and it says,
fuck.
Time is forever.
"Time is forever.
within remains time. One, I mean, maybe they have to be going opposite ways. There's a lot of mirror stuff going on the mountains. I don't know if you saw that as we came in, but the temple and the mountains were kind of mirrored. Can we do it so that
It doesn't matter. We can try it both ways. There's only 2 knobs.
Ravi, make me a language check.
Great. D20 plus intelligence or charisma. All right. They're the same. Nat 20.
Natural 20. So in Elven, forever is a different kind of concept, right? So
Makes
to
sense.
the elves in general, forever is a much different concept. There's almost a stillness to the idea of something that lasts forever. So if time if forever implies some kind of stop or stillness.
So one should
I'll
be.
turn one of them sideways.
That door, you hear a slight click, and the hourglass comes out, and the other glass would now spin freely.
Sideways.
Sideways. And both of the hourglasses sort of click in, and the doors start to open.
Guess time stopped.
Good job, Ravi.
Well done, Your Highness.
Nice. And you walk in.
I do what I
if you
can.
walk in, you can. There's a long, descending hallway into the mountainside beyond.
Crenam Garanth.
You hear it echo again. Sometimes almost in slow motion. Sometimes very fast. It's very trippy. Very weird.
Is there light sources in here? Is it lit?
Yeah, there are
Okay.
there are torches on the side, and they are illuminating, but the flames are not flickering. They seem to be
Still
static. Yeah.
interesting. Keep walking.
Yeah, weird time.
If we can see and
Weird time place.
Yes. You enter a large hall that is covered in
clocks.
a shiny mirrored surface. It seems to be
Even worse.
there are several
It's a mirror maze.
frames and like doorways that are just mirrors.
It's a mirror
There are five sort of main mirrors here. You do see a door at the far end of this hallway. You can see yourself as you walk on this mirrored surface.
The whole thing's a mirror.
The whole thing is sort
I
of
nudge
a mirror.
Orin.
And
Don't
then
look
these
down.
5 sort of central standing mirrors surround it. But you can see your reflection in pretty much
Everywhere.
where.
Is that
And
really what I look like from the side?
Every reflection of you is slightly different angle,
Uh-huh.
and some of them, it's sort of that infinity effect, right? There's torches
Yeah.
along parts of the walls, and there's like immediately back to back, and then
This
there's
takes
the
some
reflection across the ways. So it's these long hallways that infinity reflection of these mirrors, and you can see yourself, and they are your reflections are not entirely
I was gonna say
like you.
So the walls are like all the walls are mirrors too.
Yes.
So I'm gonna walk up to a wall. I'm not gonna touch it though, just in case. And I'm gonna like just kind of study my reflections down and see, since there are different echoes, since there are different torches, if I see different Ravis.
You do. So you have you see one reflection of you that is has like a little silver goatee. You see one that carries like doesn't have a rapier, like you have your rapier at your side. This one does not. Mostly they are all in the same like red robes. A couple of them you sort of see almost like, because you got to look beyond your own reflection to see the other.
You have to like
behind
juke
it,
yourself
but-
out.
Yeah. They all move, perfectly in sync with you. And you see.
I mean, all of
in
our
the-
iterations
yeah.
have thought of this before, to look at each other.
The only one that is not really moving is the one that's directly ahead of you in the front, in the main mirror, and it's just standing there.
Wait, which one? What mirror?
The golden framed mirror in the front. Those doors are representing.
I'm gonna
large
look
mirrors.
kind of stealthy, but not like super stealthy. But just as a glance, I'm gonna look at Julius's mirror images.
They all look like him. They all look goatee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
And anybody
makes
else looking
sense.
at Ravi's reflection sees him. Just sees him.
Oh, okay.
So it's existential to ourselves.
Just for that sake, then, I mean, since we know that, I'll look at Orin's too.
Orin, it looks just like Orin, just reflected in a million different directions.
Okay.
Are there any doors?
There seems to be a door at the far end of the hallway.
Let's keep going, guys.
I don't think it's going to be that simple.
Go for it, McGrupp. You can do it. He let you off the leash.
What did he call me? McGrupp?
Sure.
McGrupp?
Great.
McGrupp?
McGrupp? The faithful watchdog.
Yeah. Tony,
Oh.
the one in
Thank
the
you.
mirror ahead of you points at you.
I'm pointing at me.
Yeah, you're pointing at your. You're
You're
not
going to point at
physically-
me. You?
You are physically not pointing at yourself, at your reflection.
Right.
But your reflection is
How
pointing
dare you?
at you.
In the
Yeah.
He said, yeah, kind of like a.
I'll walk up there.
I'll walk toward this door.
It's not going to be that simple.
I know. Well, William knows that.
I know Robbie's just going to continue to tell Oren that
That what?
it's not going to be that simple.
Where do you put yourself where you want to be, man?
Yeah. I can't. I'm over by this door.
Okay.
Or however
going
far
towards the door?
However far
Yeah. Is
you
there
get.
there a door right here?
Great. Yeah,
Is the-
there's
this is the
there's
door
a big
that I see?
double door. Yeah.
Are these mirrors?
double door?
Those are also mirrors.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, okay. The mirror room's fun. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Great. Yeah.
Open the door.
The door is locked.
Is there?
I'm going to
Doesn't seem to be.
do one of these. I told you.
Yeah,
As I look
over
in the
behind
mirror.
door, yeah. Behind the mirror. You hear Ravi's voice echo. I told you. I told you. Told you. I told you. I told you. I told you.
Can I see anything through? Is there like a peephole? That's not what it's called, is it?
A
Is that what
keyhole.
A keyhole.
Sure.
Okay.
You could try to look through a keyhole.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any
There isn't a keyhole.
keyholes on the door.
Okay.
There are just big brass handles.
Next, do you like
Okay.
get down on the and look under the?
Yeah, this door does not seem to be locked by any physical means.
Huh.
Ravi, as you are approaching yourself in the mirror, your reflection reaches out and hands you a small piece of paper, like up to the course of the mirror, up to like the surface of the mirror.
I'll go touch the mirror.
You,
Attempting. Oh no.
Yeah, you
No,
can like
hold
come
on.
up to this. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put my arm out. Whatever arm is out.
Yeah, you're matching the reflection.
Uh huh. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna.
Yeah, as you match the reflection, you feel something sort of in your hand all of a sudden.
I'm gonna
You pull
kind
it
of
back, and there's a piece of paper in your hand.
again, not like super stealthy, but just like to myself. Not gonna like, oh my god, guys, look, I got a piece of paper.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna kind of bring it back to me and open it.
Okay. On it is written a few lines, and it says,
Probably write this down.
"I am slender, swift, and sharp as light,
Slender.
and yet I make no cut."
I am slender.
Swift.
Swift.
Slender, swift, and sharp as light, and yet I make no cut.
Sharp as light. And yet.
A hilt of grace and blade so fine,
And yet I make no cut?
and yet I make no cut. A hilt of grace and blade so fine,
Yep.
yet walk upon me one might.
Yeah.
That's it.
I am slender, swift. I'm saying this is Tony.
Yep.
I am slender,
interesting.
swift, and sharp as light, and yet I make no cut. A hilt of grace and blade so fine, yet walk upon me one night.
Might.
Oh,
Yep.
one might. God, I'm
Now
really
you're
bad at
thinking.
these.
Will's got like 6 answers already.
A hilt of grace and blade so fine, yet walk upon me one might.
Help me open this door.
Help me open this door. Help me open this door.
Come look in this mirror first. I think you'll find an answer to your problem in the mirror.
Oh, I'm definitely the problem. I know that already, Ravi. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. No. Just come look in this mirror.
Okay.
I'll step aside and ponder this.
I'll look at myself in the mirror and all the problems I've caused leading up to this moment, and I'm just gonna like look at myself in anger.
You're just gonna like
Kind.
God.
Gauntlet to the mirror.
So this your
No,
reflection is he's sweating, like kind of looks a little beleaguered, and is sort of covered in like soot, like just has like black soot sort of smeared across his face and mixed in with the sweat.
Yeah. Thanks, Ravi. Real great.
He holds out a hand like this up to the surface of the mirror. He did just that. He just gives you the finger. Yeah.
Is he
We
holding
blur
out?
that out? I don't know.
Is he holding out his hand?
Yeah.
You should do the same.
Okay. I'll hold out my hand.
Okay. As you match the reflection, you feel something suddenly sort of appear in your hand. You
What the?
pull it back, and there's a little piece of paper folded up.
Ravi? I'll read the paper. I'll look at the paper.
It says, I can dance bright and bold.
I'll read this out loud.
Okay. I can dance bright and bold. My warmth can comfort, yet I scold.
I read it slower to myself out loud.
I can dance bright and bold.
bold.
My warmth can comfort, yet I scold. I consume all, yet leave behind a small and dusty trail to find.
Yo, I got that one.
Mine seems so
Why
much
is it about
harder.
why is it about a candle?
I think just fire, but
So did you read the rest out loud?
Yeah.
You got the first line, and then you
I
just
can
kind of
dance.
trailed off.
I can dance bright and bold. This is Cremain Garanth. I'll yell again. I
No.
can dance bright and bold.
The
My
answers
warmth-
to these are what we're gonna get through this.
What kind of... I can dance bright and bold. My warmth can comfort, yet I scold like a fire or a candle. I consume all, yet I leave behind a small soot or something. I can't read the last
small.
word. Trail
Trail.
of soot.
No, soot is what's
a
on
small
your
and
face.
dusty trail to find.
A small and dusty trail to find. That throws me off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly sounds like fire. Mine, I'm not really
Ash.
sure about.
What did you get?
I have a similar thing as yours, but obviously a different answer. But mine says, I'm slender, swift, and sharp as light. Right?
Mhm.
And yet I make no cut. A hilt of grace and blade so fine, yet walk upon me one might. I am really bad at reading these.
A blade of grass?
As Orin says that, you see beneath your reflection a field of grass, sort of.
Just mine?
Yeah. As you're looking in so all your reflections
Huh.
now seem to be in fields of grass.
I
Some
think
of
that
it
one
dry
was
and
right.
brown, some of it green, some of it.
In some way, though, I think we're missing one, and maybe
Do I
Julius.
see that?
Have you said what you think
Yeah.
the answer is?
Yeah.
You said fire.
No. Yeah. Well, I thought candle. I thought it was a candle.
You do see some of your reflections start holding candles, and some of them, the one who handed you the note, who is the most sooty, suddenly like you see like flames, like a large fire sort of behind him in a.
Okay, you try and solve this one, Julius.
But you
And I'm just gonna go walk away.
Fire.
You think that's the answer?
I think that's the answer. Yeah.
And then, Julius, your
Yeah. I'll go look at my
reflections
reflection.
are trying to get your attention
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing happened with fire, so
I can dance bright and bold.
Yep. And then
shadow.
To consume all.
Yeah, they consume. I mean,
A small and dusty trail.
that's the one that's kind of weird, but a shadow kind of fits that scenario.
Unless it's just like a flame.
blade of grass is kind of crazy. Would not have figured that out by myself, but it all makes sense.
Does his reflection not have a goatee?
I mean, he hasn't asked about his, but to us, he, just like you guys, you look like yourselves.
Yeah.
So some of your reflections are like versions of you. Some of them are like fully, armored and carry like two sets of like two nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Kind
Whoa.
of like a conqueror. Some of them are, just wearing simple robes and kind of sitting reading to themselves.
Okay.
Is some of them the bear?
The one that you see come up to you has a big smile on his face, no goatee,
Just a big beard, right?
and a nice red, bushy beard, and has a familiar book sort of at his side, that you recognize, but you're a little taken aback by it.
What did your Ravi look like that handed you?
Think like me.
It was just you.
I don't know.
I can
And he reaches into not his book, but like a little side pouch, and puts something in his hand and holds it up.
I'll glare though.
Yeah, he's definitely. You match the reflection, and suddenly a piece of paper appears in your hand.
Run.
Awesome.
This one says, "I change my face, yet never speak. My presence strong at night's last peak. The seas will move without a sound,
The moon.
and a big moon appears behind the head of most of your reflections."
You didn't even have to read the whole thing. That's good, Julius.
Yes.
He holds out his other hand.
Shit.
You feel like a small
Lizard. No.
weight appear in your hand if you match the reflection. You open it up, and it's a little tiny marble that glows with a pale kind of white light. And you see,
Why is my
how close are you to the main door? You see like the frames of the mirrors around you start to sort of glow with a silvery sort of sheen, and exposes some filigree and things like that only really appear in this particular light.
Got you. So then, I'll walk around. I'll say to my friends, "Vortor be praised. I think we found the answer."
Yes.
All right.
And
Was fire my answer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It
okay.
was. Yeah. So you
Not happy about mine either, Julius, just so you know.
I don't understand mine, just so you know.
so as you approach
Friends then?
the main door, you see it sort of starts to glow a little bit, like all that sort of filigree shows up on it, And as it's exposed to the light, there's a small like piece of the door, like a plinth between both of them, that sort of pops out, and it's about the size of a small
Moon marble?
soap dish. You think? Yeah, I mean it's bigger than that. Like it's
Right.
a few inches across.
Well, I guess I'll go
Small tray.
set it down, see what happens.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nothing happens. It looks like it's waiting for
More?
something else. Yeah, something else.
No, I take it back. Does it seem angry?
As you take it, if you like shield the light completely from it, that tray disappears.
Ah, okay.
It wants I don't know, notes. I don't know why I would want the notes, but maybe the notes.
You see your reflections start bending down and picking up grass.
Sure. I'll go pick up. Is there grass? There's like it's
There's
legit-
not anywhere you are, just in your reflections you can see it. They start holding it out to you.
Thanks, man.
I know, Ravi. Heathen magic.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you do look good.
Yep. So you put a handful of grass on there.
Come on, guys. Everyone's doing
I
it.
can't hold fire.
Get a candle.
Not with that attitude.
Not with any attitude.
Okay, you can firebolt, can't you?
I don't think it wants that.
I don't want. Do I have fire?
I'm assuming,
Fire! Hurry! Give me fire!
Are my reflections?
Fire bad.
Yeah, they're
is
like
there soot
sorta
on my
like-
face? Yeah.
Is there soot on your face?
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh.
There's your one
But
of
get
yours.
you gotta. You
one
have
of
to
your
get it from your
reflections
reflection.
starts sort of wiping off their forehead.
I don't want to look, but I'll hold out my hand
Yeah.
for it.
So he holds out a hand, and as you match the reflection, suddenly a
Ball of
handful
s-
of ashes
Ball of soot.
appears in your hand.
I'm just gonna like quickly dump it in as quick as I can.
Cool. As you put the little marble, the grass, and the fire in there, they all sort of immolate as the ashes like catch fire again, and in the light of the moon marble, and the tray sort of rescinds back into the wall, and
The offering has been made.
opens the door.
It was the door, Ravi.
What's the door? What? Huh?
That's where we have to go.
In the door? Yeah.
Yeah.
We just had to look at our
Fantastic.
reflections first in order to get there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And just making sure, Mike. Fantastic. Fantastic. So you walk into the next room. It is a very similar shape.
Sure.
Although you come in, it looks almost identical to this one.
Sure, hence the hourglass.
Shape.
But we're going like this.
Yeah. So as you walk into it, you sort of see it like this. Yeah. And this one is filled with shelves.
Bunnies!
Bookshelves. Bunnies. Yes, bunnies.
Run away! Run away!
You see that the walls are lined. There's a row of various bookshelves. Whoops. Yes. All of them full of hourglasses. Various sizes, shapes, and levels of fullness. None of them seem to be moving, however. They're all sort of frozen midstream. Some of them are completely empty. Some of them are...
Midstream.
I put these upside down because I'm smart.
Is one broken?
And
Is one just sitting on the ground in the middle? Broken with all the sand everywhere.
let's just do that.
My reflection's just like
Huh?
shaking his head.
No, no.
All right. And there is a table at the end of this, and there's a door here at the end.
So on my way,
There are 5 circles on the center of the table,
Sure.
lining the table down the middle.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in one row.
Yeah, and they are.
I'm gonna go. So on my way to the table to inspect the table, just because I don't think we could see that from here, I want to take a pretty close look at the hourglasses without touching them.
Okay.
See if any of them are moving at all.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check.
Hey, that's a dirty 20. Nope, 22. Just a closer look and more details and information about what they are. Not anything in particular, I suppose. Or if there's like, I don't know, names or inscriptions on them or...
There are. Each of them seems to have like a small label on it, and they are all different colors and different colors of sand, different types of make, and all variety. There's probably thousands in here.
Sure.
One catches your eye because it has your name on it, and it says,
Thought so.
It says, Ravi meets Inara on the balcony.
Oh, interesting.
One of them says Ravi meets Inara on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
You see another one that has the name Orin catches your eye.
Okay.
It
I'll read that one.
says, Orin proclaimed champion of Inara.
Okay. Since I see both of our names, I will carefully grab both of them. Are they big? Can I hold both?
Yeah, you can hold them. They have little side handles on this.
As I see our name, I'll grab both. I'll go put them on the ground near the table, or on the table, but not in the circles, somewhere relatively safe. But I'm assuming there's going to be more than 5 of these that I recognize or whatnot.
These two have the same color of purple sand inside.
Okay.
of them.
But still, pin in that, and I will go look now for all of our names.
Okay.
Cronam Garanth.
I'm gonna let them do whatever they want.
There's a whole
I'm
bunch
not
with
listening.
Julius.
A whole bunch?
Yeah, these all seem to have one of the 3 of your names on them as you like.
All
look
of
through
them?
The shelves. Yeah, most of them. Most of them do.
I just got very demoralized.
So as you look through these, you some of these events are events you remember, like winning Krakenfest.
Sure.
And some of them have not happened. There is one that says Pateriel loses
And
Krakenfest. There's one that says the Fenorans are not mind controlled. And they all seem to have different colors. These are all events, some of which you remember, some of which you don't.
Are there any without our names?
Yeah, there's some about like Fenora and the like Webbington
Paterial.
dies.
What about Inara?
There's a few with Inara, yeah, on there. There's one that says Inara ascends, and is saved by a godstone.
I'm gonna grab that one. Seems important.
Is it purple sand on that one?
It is purple sand. It seems to match the other ones.
Is
That
it?
one-
Do
that
we
one's-
put Are we looking for the timeline that we want, or the timeline that we're in?
Not really sure.
Julius, you pick out.
I'll go look at the table and see if there's any inscription, anything else other than the 5.
It says,
Circles.
there's a little note of folded up paper on the table.
Cronam Garanth.
I will open it.
It says, "Return the sands to their rightful place."
That's what we're trying to do. Cronam Garanth. The purple ones.
And there's only 5 spaces.
There's 5 spaces. Yeah.
Are there more than 5 purple sand hourglasses?
You're not sure. They'll take another investigation check to try to find the matching ones.
Is that what we're doing? There's no more doors here?
I mean,
Julius,
there's
you
a door.
notice one in particular that catches your eye.
Oh.
That I don't know that you would share what it says, but it does say an event that you remember being very dutiful and proud about that ended in something that happened that only you were privy to.
What color's the sand?
It's kind of red.
I pick it up. Just to...
I'm going to look, not saying this out loud, I'm going to look for one about Julius's speech.
You find one. It's in the same purple. It's a Julius gives a rousing speech.
I'm going to take that one and put it in my pile.
It literally said stops the Civil War. Like,
I'm going to put that one in my pile.
okay.
It's got a little smiley face next to it.
I'm just like taking ones that I think that are important and putting them in a pile
You end
first.
up with you
four.
find 5.
Purple.
And I had
What other colors are there?
I had an investigation for looking for any other purples, but I got a 12 on that. So
you're able to find one that talks about you find the one about that Inara wins, or Bronze Gate won Krakenfest. So you find that one pretty easily.
And that's purple?
Yeah.
And that's a 6th purple?
That would be 5.
No,
at
it's
this
5.
point.
Like you
Oh,
collectively,
okay.
you guys find the 5 matching purple ones.
Are there any more purple ones?
Yeah, that's what my
Not
investigation.
that same color. There's other slightly purple ones, but like, they're
Not as
there's blue and red
boldly-
and orange and white and off-white. There's probably dozens, if not hundreds, of colors.
Well, while they're doing this, I would like to try to find other...
Ones that match that color that you have.
For sure.
Great.
Put them in, Robbie. Put them in, hurry.
What did the note say again?
Fantastic. It said, return the sands to their rightful place. So the 5 little circles would match the various sized things if they were put in a certain order that would collect. Roll me an investigation check.
11.
Return their
11?
sands to their
It's going to take you
In
a
the right-
while. You find
in the
like
right time.
another 2.
Yeah.
In the right timeline.
Trying to
I'm
find
just-
those last ones.
Do those events...
They correspond to
What I
events
remember.
you remember happening.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you find one that says Karina is slain by Dragar.
Still in red and still in the
red,
same...
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same one that you remember.
I'm going to pull out the Godstone and see if anything happens.
It
If it glows, if the sands glow, if something happens.
Yeah,
at all.
I mean, it definitely it is. So as you hold it up to one of them, like the first event, like Ravi meets
Sure.
Inara on the balcony, the first circle on the table starts glowing as well.
I will
you get-
slowly start placing them in the spots.
In chronological order is sort of what you get
Yeah.
the impression. All right, as you do this, Julius, are you trying?
No,
to,
I'm like not paying a ton of attention to what they're
Okay.
doing. I'm just
You're
trying to
still looking.
find...
I think within 11, you're probably pretty focused on that task.
My
So, like,
timeline.
you're like, okay, I gotta find it. So you put the 5 in the order up until
And what were they?
the 5 events. They were essentially like the 5 events that happened according to your recollection.
Sure.
Like, you met Inara.
I was just curious if you had like those events.
Yeah.
In the purple. like, what they are.
not
Okay.
particularly.
All
They're
right.
just like 5
Sure.
events that
Sure.
all
Yeah,
led
5
to
meaningful
this
things you
happening.
guys did. Whatever.
There is one that just says talking fork, and it's
Sure.
kind of great.
That goes after
Winds
dips.
Kraken Fest.
That goes after dips.
There's talking fork.
Yeah.
There's dips. There's Kraken Fest. It'd be awesome.
The pivotal event.
The pivotal
there's-
events.
Yeah, some of these events are like, repeated across different colors, but you guys find the right ones. And as you do that, the time in those 5 hourglasses that has stopped. All of them have like sort of stopped. These one, it starts falling again, slowly, kind of strangely, and then you hear the door beyond unlocks and opens up.
Cronamgaranth?
You hear your own voice answer you back on the other side, and it says, Cronamgaranth? And then you hear another echo, Cronamgaranth. Cronamgaranth. And then you hear, Cronamgaranth. And it sort of shakes the walls and the...
I'm right behind you, Ravi.
I'm gonna leave everything. Yeah, leave note behind and everything else behind, and then continue forward.
I'm gonna take
Okay.
I'm gonna take that first hourglass that I found.
Okay. You're going to pocket it?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
The first one. What was the first one you found?
It was that like event that we don't know about.
Oh, okay.
Who's gonna fuck up time this time? We all have to do it once. We all have to do it once.
Great. What are we at? On time? Okay, great. We got plenty of time. So this room is, I'm not going to build it because I don't think we want to.
Sure.
So there are 3 figures standing in frames like mirrors that are standing and awaiting you. One of which looks like the Julius that the two of you remember. The other 2 are sort of versions of the 2 of you that you instantly like. But, like, you've got like this big scar down your face, Orin.
Do I have the
and,
silver goatee?
You have like a silver goatee and like
A Jafar hat?
yeah, a big ass Jafar hat.
Oh,
of course,
man.
absolutely. And
I like that guy.
Yeah, and you have like
Trust him.
This crazy like these crazy this like bright red Jafar hat, and you have like this dark amethyst purple color like armor, like just like plate mail, like you would just look like a friggin' beast. And this it's you're very intimidating. Like, you are intimidated by this figure. Somehow he's taller than you, and he's just like
better
just
than you.
grizzled and crazy. And they each sort of stand in front of you, and they say, "This is the trial of worth. We will ask you a question. Your answer will determine if you are granted counsel with Cronamgaranth."
Woof.
No, worth.
Worth.
Yeah, I'm saying woof.
No.
That's not my answer, though.
Your big, intimidating dude who's standing in the center looks at you, Orin, and he says, "Why do you seek to alter the flow of time?"
Oh my gosh.
I seek to unalter the flow of time. Gotcha.
He says, "Very well.
That wasn't an answer.
To return that which was lost." And then
Wait,
Orin,
you're spinning my words there.
Ravi steps forward, and he says, "What sacrifices are you willing to make for this result?" Strokes his little goatee.
You would.
Adjust the wizard.
Yeah, just. I see your hat is as big as mine.
What sacrifices?
Do we all hear these questions?
Yeah, you can hear these. These guys are like fully realized. They're standing in mirrors, but they are like essentially
What
present.
sacrifices are you willing to make for this to happen? Is that what that was the
Yeah,
question?
What would you give, essentially, is what he's saying.
Pull out a Godstone?
He says, sacrifice once given, to be given again. Interesting. And then Julius looks at you, the alternate Julius, original Julius.
Original Julius looks
Yeah.
at alternate Julius,
Yeah.
who's traveling with us.
I stroke my goatee.
Stroke your goatee. And he says, what would you do to ensure that what would you do to ensure that your actions would not bring further harm?
Let's see. I'll walk over and put my hand out to Orin. Let me see that dagger.
The dagger?
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to say that you take some damage from that.
I
Let's
hope
go
so.
with
yeah, I think.
can you crit yourself?
I don't know.
If you
I just crit
allow it.
myself. Yeah, I think we're going to count that as like let's take 5 points of damage.
So I
that?
like spit out some blood and just go and like look at my reflection.
Nice.
What the hell was that for, Julius?
Yes.
He answered his question.
And then you hear a loud, echoing voice, one that is not any of the three of yours.
Finally.
And it says, "Your answers are sincere and reflect a deep understanding of the gravity of your mission. Join me in the Chamber of Time. I will treat with you." And you see the massive door behind. It's almost like the wall itself splits open into a much larger chamber. And you see before you a beast, a giant white scaled creature with massive purple antlers and a large tail, long teeth. And you see before you
No wonder he doesn't get up.
Cronangaranth,
Oh,
the
lol.
time dragon.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he looks at you, and he holds a giant hourglass under his massive paw, and he says, "There are some things we must set right once again. Enter, worthy champions."